on. 1 second. My laptop's dying, as it always is. Stay with me. Don't go anywhere. Don't you go anywhere. Don't leave. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Um, basically, so turning on this whack ass camera again because I love talking to myself, for one, and for two, especially when I am in a really low, when I'm feeling really down in the dumps. And this is my favorite outlet to turn to outside of trying to do art, which art has not been working out for me lately because it requires like consistent effort, and I just haven't had any kind of energy or any kind of patience whatsoever. I have been very, very, very impatient as of late. I just want to. I'm just like, everything leave me alone. And if you can hear stuff in the background, that's my roommates. I have the thinnest walls in the fucking universe, and I am never in a true state of silence. Anyway, so just in case, just to get that cleared. Anyway, um, but yeah, I'm not feeling very good, and I really wasn't feeling very good last night. Um, I kind of so yesterday was a Sunday, if in case we forgot. And on the Lord's Day, I did partaketh in the devil's juice. Whatever, bro. Okay. I did that. I was just like, oh, I'll just have a drink. Yeah. Um, just to wind down and call it a day. I'd just gone out to dinner. Um, came back and I was like, let me top this off. Let me finish this out with just like a nice warm drink. Um, the warm drink turned into my entire insides being vacated, and I was just yakking the whole fucking night. I was traveling from the toilet to my room, back to the toilet, back to my room, threw up in the toilet, threw up in my trash can, and I was crying and I felt fucking horrible and I wanted to kill myself, and I was just like, I'm never drinking again. I'm never, the thing that you say, right? When that sort of thing happens to you, if that happens to you, I pray it doesn't happen to you, but it happened to me. Or let me not say it happened to me. I made it happen to me. I chose that, okay? I make poor choices and then I cry about them, right? Because what the fuck else am I supposed to do? But, so I did that. I might have some kind of issue when it comes to alcohol. I can never seem to keep it down when I do drink, and I think that's because, well, for one, I don't eat enough, just like on a regular basis. Most of what goes in my body is liquids. Food is kind of like optional for me. I mean, I'm kind of kidding, but like I really just don't eat enough on a regular as is. So, um, I'm always going into it with like a low reserves. And on top of it, I always end up drinking way too much because for some reason my goal every single time is to get blacked out. And I don't like make it, I don't like make it a statement like I am going to crash out. I'm not gonna remember tonight. The goal is to not remember anything that happens to me tonight. Like that's, I don't go into it saying that sort of thing. It just ends up being like the goal that I gravitate toward as the drinking goes on, and that's that ends up being what happens. So that's what happened last night, except the difference between last night and the other times was that last night I was just drinking alone in my room, which is not often, that does not happen with me. This is not a common occurrence, mainly because it's hard for me to get access to drinks. Um, so they're just not normally, I don't normally keep company with them. Um, and I also just fucking hate alcohol. It tastes like shit. It's hard for me to just keep it down, even if I haven't gone in like multiple times, even if I haven't partaked uh multiple times, just the first you know sip and I'm gagging. It tastes like shit, okay? I actually hate drinking. I like, the only reason I even make any kind of attempt to drink is, for the effects. And I'm thinking that's mostly everyone, but I don't know. I feel like I particularly have a hard time of it. I just can't. It's just fucking like absolutely fucking rancid every single time. Um, so there's that. Another reason why it's really not a habit that I'm trying to keep because just fucking nasty shit. And apparently every time I drink, I fucking throw up. But anyway, I'm getting off track. I'm getting way too off track. The point is, I had a bad time last night. I had a really bad time last night. Okay? I was feeling really fucking depressed. Okay? It all started. Let me actually walk you through this, okay? Well, first of all, don't want to say like it all started like I just recently became depressed. I have been depressed, right? Obviously, I don't admit this out loud to anyone like in my life because for one, who fucking cares? But for two, it's just like, well, duh. But then again, it okay, let me walk, right? So I've been depressed for a while, but my mom came to visit me this past Saturday. Um she brought, my aunt with her and we were just going to have a day because she called me earlier that week and I just I ended up for some reason, I don't know how it happened. I ended up crying on the phone about how lonely I was and how I hate my fucking life and whatever the fuck shit like that, just loser fucking shit like that. And I cried on the phone to my mom about it for some fucking reason. And she was like, she must have felt bad and was like, "Well, I'll come see you, right?" Oh, sorry, not this past week. The week before that, she was gonna come see me that week, but I couldn't make that happen, so we moved it to this past week, right? The one that's just passed. Anyway, so she came down this past Saturday with my aunt for that reason to try and cheer me up, have a day, and I just couldn't get with it. The whole fucking day, I was just off. I don't know what it was, but I was just off. I just couldn't get with it. I couldn't make myself like really feel much of anything during the entire experience. Like, I should be happy to see my mom, happy to see my aunt, happy to, go out and, have a day, get free meals out of it. Like that's how these things usually go. That's usually pleasurable, that's usually enjoyable. But I just tapped out. I tapped out as soon as we left my apartment. And for some reason I was just fucking in my head so bad that day. Like I would barely speak. I would barely even look at them. I just wanted to like and not even go home. I just wanted to fucking disappear off the face of the planet. Like I was just so sick and tired of just fucking everything of being in my body, being in my mind, being the person that I am. I was just so fucking sick of it, and I was just like I just wanted to shut down and shut off and go away forever. Um, like I was just genuinely so fucking just wrapped up in just self hatred or some shit. Anyway, and this happens to me, but normally I'm able to like put it on the back burner when I'm with people, right? Just because that feels like the appropriate thing to do. Like I don't want to make this awkward or I don't want to be inappropriate, right? Like I'm not trying to ruin your day because I'm having a bad day, but it's just sometimes it's just like I do not give a fuck about making other people comfortable at all. Like I'm not going to go out of my way to make someone else fucking miserable. But at the same time, some days I just don't want to pretend like I'm feeling okay when I'm really, really fucking not. Okay? Like, I'm not gonna try and get in your way and try and stomp on your happiness, but don't expect me to smile. Don't expect me to act like everything's all happy, happy, joy, joy when I'm just not fucking feeling it. Okay? I know, I look like I'm sick and tired because I am sick and tired. Thank you for pointing out the fucking obvious? Anyway, some days I just have my days where I just don't want to pretend. I'm tired of pretending. I'm fucking just tired, period. I just want to be left alone and I just don't want to be fucking bothered. And I don't want to, try and sit here and think about how I look to people when I look fucking in your face, depressed and miserable. Like, I just don't care. Yeah. It's funny that I would look that way. It's almost as if, like, And who fucking cares, right? At the end of the day, who fucking cares if I am the way that I am? As long as I'm not stepping on your toes and I'm not in your business, I don't see, quite frankly, why it should matter that my misery is visible. Who fucking cares? It's not like I'm, going around killing people and shit. I just happen to be a long face. What's wrong with that? Is that a sin? Is it a sin that I'm a long face? I'm a bit of a square because I'm fucking miserable? Is it okay? Like I don't know. I think about things like that a lot about how I'm just like always keeping it under wraps and for the sake of others, for the sake of myself, like I just leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't want to dwell in this. I don't want to settle in this. Like I want it to stay far, far away from me, So I mask, I pretend in part, for the sake of other people, but also for the sake of myself in a way. Just because I don't want to see it, I don't want to hear it, make it stop. But obviously that never fucking works, right? And some days it just, because I'm always shoving it down and trying to pretend like I don't see it, like I don't hear it, like I don't feel it, some days it just comes up anyway, like bile out my fucking throat. I can't keep it down. I'm just like I can't do it today. Not today. Sorry people. Sorry everyone. Go home. I can't do it today. Okay? Um so that was what Saturday was for me, unfortunately. And I was just having thoughts about how I obviously just didn't want to fucking exist in that moment or on that day at all. And I was also thinking about things like, God, like why am I and I felt bad about this one. I still do. Um, but I was also having feelings of like, why am I spending my Saturday, with my mom and my aunt and not like with my peers or something? For some reason, that was a thought that I was having a lot during that day. I was just having bad insecurity about the fact that I was spending my Saturday with my relatives rather than people my own age. Um, because it also got me thinking, it got me in my head about how I feel like I'm spending a lot more time with people that aren't my own fucking age than I am with people that are my own age. Like, why the fuck do I socialize more with people that are in their 30s and their 40s, and people being, my relatives, right? Um, or even just like on a day-to-day basis. I don't know, like when I like go to the store or some shit. I don't know, like I feel like I interact more with older people than I do with people my own age. And it kind of just it gets to a point where it's like, "Oh my fucking god, I need people my own age." Can we stop this? Like I'm literally deteriorating at a rapid pace because I am not in collusion or whatever the fuck with my own fucking peers, with people my own fucking age. Like peace and love, right? But it's just like I feel like I've spent a lot of time over these past 3 years in the company of my family more so than anything, and it starts to get to me a little bit. I love them, I do. I love spending time with them. Like don't get me wrong, but there needs to be. I want there to be some kind of balance between the amount of time I spend seeing my family and the amount of time I spend around people my own fucking age. Like it gets to a fucking point. Um, with peace and love, but like goddamn. And then my mom sits there and she's like, "Oh, I feel so bad. You had to grow up so fast because everyone around you was always older than you, and you just had to, you had to catch up." And well, I'm still fucking doing that. I'm still in the same fucking predicament I was when I was a kid, having to be around all these older people. I'm still fucking doing it. Nothing's changed, and we wonder why I'm sick, right? Not that I didn't have, like my classmates back in like fucking middle school and high school and elementary school, of course. Like that was when I had my balance, but I'm in a different period in my life where I don't have that anymore. I don't have any consistent schedule. I don't have any consistent group of people, and I'm mostly only ever seeing my family, right? And I'm just kind of fucking sick. I might just be a little fucking sick. Okay? So I really couldn't get out of my head on that point specifically Saturday. I just couldn't stop thinking about God. I'm spending time once again with my mom or with relatives, and instead of people my own fucking age. Whoop de fucking do. Here we go again. Like I'm bored. I hate to say it, but I'm bored. I'm tired of this. I'm tired, like, and it makes me feel bad because there's nothing wrong with it. This is good. Like, it is good that I have family that wants to see me and spend time with me and that cares about me, and I don't want to take that for granted. But, and I'm not saying that I want it to disappear, but I am saying I want more than just that. Like, that is the problem that I am having. It's not with, my family specifically. It is rather I have a problem with seemingly only having my family, at least consistently, right? Like, I know I still have my friends, but they're all scattered across the fucking map, right? They're not here. They're not here with me. I don't get to see my friends every fucking day. They're not around. So I'm a little sick, right? I'm a little sick. Anyway, which is why I've also been like kind of hell bent on the fact that I haven't socialized enough in college and made like new friends, right, that are here in college so that I could have people around me, right? That's kind of the whole fucking point of making friends in college is so that you have college friends to do college things with so that you are not alone in college while all of your people are scattered across the fucking map. That's kind of the fucking point, right? Didn't haven't done that. Still haven't done that. um, that's a whole other thing. That's been my biggest like magnum opus problem is my lack of new connections. Like, and my mom and bless her heart, I'm not even I'm getting off tracking because I'm delving into a whole issue, but whatever, I'm gonna do it. Bless her heart was like, you don't need to worry about this though. You don't need college friends. You don't need friends. It's actually okay to be alone. Just foster the friendships you already have, and you'll be okay. Like, that's not what I want to hear, and I'm not taking that advice. I'm not. I'm sorry. Like, peace and love, and I appreciate what you're trying to do for me by making me feel better about my situation. But at the end of the day, I know what I want, and it's not this. And I'm not about to be convinced to just sit back on my ass and just accept it for what it is. Oh, well, I guess I'm just never gonna make friends in college and I'll just fucking give up. I'll just let that go. I know I'm not gonna let it go. I'm gonna continue to be stressed about it until something fucking changes. Sorry about it, but I'm not buying the I can just be lonely forever propaganda. I'm not doing it. I understand I'm an introvert, and my mom was harping on that point, like our whole family is introverts. This is just how we are. Okay, well maybe I want to be different. Man, I don't fucking know. Maybe I want to break the fucking mold, and I don't want to be, in a gaggle of introverts all my fucking life. I understand who I am, but does that mean I'm fucking stuck? Does that mean I'm trapped? Does that mean I can't have more than this? God forbid, right? Anyway, so my mom, bless her heart, trying to make me feel better about it by saying it's okay. It's not like you don't have friends. And, the people you meet at college, they're transient. They're not going to be around forever. It's impossible. She was basically saying shit like, it's impossible to make permanent friendships in college. You're not going to see these people ever again. And it's like, maybe I could though. But maybe I could though, because here's the thing, and this is something that I heard recently, where it's like, don't ask someone for directions to a place they've never been. My mom, bless her heart, doesn't have friends. Okay? She's never been able to, have people stick around, or she's never really been able to stick around them. And that's mainly been due to the fact that she was a mom at a young age, right? So her lifestyle didn't match up with her peers. And that was the main thing that kept her kind of, isolated from her peers. Okay? So I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. But the last person I think I need to be asking about friendship advice from might be my mom. That might be the last person I need to be asking advice from because she low key has no friends. And that for the reason I just stated. Not that she never like. I mean, she did make friends, but nothing permanent. Right? It never could really last because of that friction with the lifestyles. But and that was another thing that I was like, see, that's the thing that we're missing though. I'm not a mom. I don't got no damn kids. There's nothing stopping me. There's nothing in my way. There's no reason my lifestyle can't match up with my peers. I don't have no damn fucking kid. So what the fuck is stopping me from doing this? Like I have nothing in my way. So why the fuck am I still not able to attain this very simple thing that everyone around me seems to be able to attain, right? It's just fucking basic human fucking connection. I don't understand it. I really don't, right? Anyway, so that was just another thing that I kept to myself when she was bringing it up, and she was like, "Oh well, I never had friends like that, and I'm okay." And well, that's you. Oh well, that's you though. Me personally, me personally, I'm gonna flip my fucking lid if I walk out of this bitch with not a single friend made that I can take out of college, take beyond college. Yes, I am delusional enough to believe that I can make a friend in college and take them beyond that, right? I am a delusional enough to believe I can make a permanent friend out of this place, right? Even if it's just one fucking person. I'm not asking for a whole fucking squadron of people. I'm not asking to build up like the fucking Teen Titans over here. I just want one fucking person at the very fucking least, right? Not asking for much. Not asking for much. Okay? And anyway, so that whole rant aside, basically now that was on the call. That was the things that she was saying to me on the call post Saturday, cuz she called me, right? After that Saturday, that following Sunday. Sorry, she didn't hang out with me that Saturday. She hung out with me Friday. Anyway, she called me Sunday because she wanted to check in on me because she was like, you seem kind of off. You were scaring us. Your aunt said that you scared her because she didn't recognize you. You were acting so different. Oh, well, about that. So I've kind of been fucking depressed for 3 years. Thanks. Thanks for asking. Anyway, anyway, but it just so happened that that day specifically, I just didn't. I just couldn't. I wouldn't. I couldn't. I wouldn't. I shouldn't. Like, I just did not want to put on a performance. I was tired and I just, I don't know. And I was really in my head. Couldn't stop thinking about the things that I was just ranting about. And it was very apparent that was I was different because I wasn't masking. I wasn't performing. I was just fucking stewing in the bitch, right? So she called me because she was concerned. Um, and basically just I had a whole hour long seminar with my mom with her talking about, maybe you need to be evaluated. Do you think you're depressed? Like just I didn't say too much, right? I just like kind of yes and noed and I don't know my way through that whole phone call because I already know I need help. This is not new information to me. You are not bringing this. You are not enlightening me by informing me that you think something might be wrong. But I know. Trust and believe I already know that. I live my own life in this fucking sick, mentally ill body every single fucking day of my fucking life. You don't think? You don't think I figured it out by now that I'm not having a good time? You don't think I'm not self aware enough to realize that I'm not having a good time? Okay? Like, we've been new. We've been known. I'm not having a good time living in this body of mine, okay? But I didn't say all that. And I was just, keeping it a bit to something like it didn't make me mad or anything, but I was just like I just thought it was funny that she was stepping into this like this was new. Like the topic of me being mentally ill was like a new subject. Like, did you ever consider you might be mentally ill? Did you ever consider you might be depressed? Like, so I am very aware that I am depressed. I was diagnosed, actually. If we recall, I was already diagnosed in middle school. So, I don't think it's any fucking mystery that I'm fucking depressed. I think we already know this. Um, I don't know. Anyway, so she just did a whole hour long seminar of her saying, she's concerned about me and I should probably go to therapy and she thinks I might be depressed and I might need to be evaluated because I keep falling into these, rut cycles where I'm like, and which is true, I have like I cycle in and out of like feeling okay and then feeling like I could literally die right now and not even fucking care. Like that's just my life. That's just how I am on like a day-to-day basis. BPD, perhaps, maybe. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I'm just like in and out of this fucking cycle of feeling like okay and then feeling like fucking dog shit. Like actual fucking dog shit. Like I need to leave immediately. Like I can't be here. Like, which sounds like very like losery of me. Like, oh my, get a fucking grip. Well, give me a fucking prescription, and maybe I will. Maybe I'll get a grip then, right? And unless you want to buy my fucking prescription, I don't want to hear it, okay? Like, I don't care that no one's impressed with me. I'm not very impressed with you either, okay? You don't impress me much either. I don't want to hear it. Anyway. But, I don't know. I get really angry when I think about, like, outside judgment surrounding my situation. Like, step in my shoes, bitch. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, I don't make it look easy. Um, or whatever the fuck. I'm sorry that this isn't that I'm not having a good time, and I don't really know what to do about it. Sorry, sorry if that hurts anyone, and if that's ruining anyone else's life, which I don't think it should be because I'm just kind of doing my own thing. And if anyone's life is being ruined by this, it's fucking mine. No one has a right to be stressed about this other than me. Okay. Anyway, I get really heated when I think of stuff like that. But because and this obviously comes from my insecurity around it. I get very insecure about the idea that I am more unwell than I like to admit to myself. Because to me, it's just like, it's so cornball, which it's not, but to me it is. It's so cornball to be so, like, fucking drowned by my own mind and my own emotions. And it's just like, why can't I just get a grip? But why can't I just get a grip and I can't just get on like anyone fucking else? It feels unfair. It feels like I am not strong enough, like I am not good enough, like I am feeble-minded and weak of soul, mind, body, and heart. Like I feel like a piece of dog shit because I can't just get on like anyone else. Okay? So I get insecure about that, and because I get insecure about that, I don't really explore it. Well, actually no, I do, but like in a very like pathological, like, not really getting to the gooey bits of it, just kind of like trying to pathologize. I don't know the fucking word, but we know what I'm saying. Anyway, but yeah, I struggle with actually like admitting to myself that I might need a little bit of assistance. I hate that shit. One thing I hate is feeling like I need assistance because it just feels like more work to me. Like, why the fuck do I have to get other people involved in this? That makes it, like, more complex and complicated, and, on top of it all, it's a humiliation ritual. Why the fuck do you need to know my business like that? Why the fuck do you need to know that I am mentally collapsing? That's not your business. Who needs to know that other than me? Like, can I fall apart in peace? Is that okay? Anyway, now I'm just like going off the deep end. And me making this video, it kind of just like I guess nullifies everything I just said because it's like if you care about people knowing and you don't want them to know why I make this video because it just feels different when I'm just saying it to a camera and I'm not actually having to confront another person who can talk to me in my face about how much I fucking suck, right? Anyway, can we tell I have a pretty negative perception of people? Right. I kind of just automatically assume everyone thinks that someone like me probably deserves to slip through the fucking cracks because at this point I don't know what to do, right? Anyway, and it's so funny. I know we see me sitting here with my stupid like robe, my fluffy little TJ Maxx robe in this room with the fake poison ivy or whatever the fuck. Like it's so peaceful. Look at my soft, comfortable bed over there, right? Look at the sun coming through the blinds. Like so fucking peaceful. And yet I'm so not there is no inner peace to be found within me, right? For some fucking reason. I don't know what the fuck it is. And which also makes me mad, gets me heated because I'm always supposed to know. One thing about me is I'm always supposed to know. I am never not knowing. So for something to be out of my grasp, out of my reach in understanding, just doesn't compute to me. I'm supposed to understand everything. What the fuck is going on? What do you mean I don't understand my own fucking problem? Huh? Everything is supposed to make sense to me. Everything. So why am I the one thing that goes over my own head? Make it make sense, okay? I don't know. I don't fucking know, right? And if I did know, I wouldn't be in this fucking situation. So there's also that. Anyway, my mom was concerned about me. Long story short, my mom was concerned about me, my aunt was concerned about me, and I just think it's funny because this event should have happened a lot sooner. If it was ever gonna happen, it should have happened a lot sooner because I'm low key already. I don't even know. I don't even, it feels kind of late to me personally, but whatever, we can try. Maybe I can try fucking therapy. I don't know, which I'm not even gonna say too much about that. I have a bad history with therapy because every single fucking time I try to get a fucking therapist, they'd be like, "Don't worry, we see on your record that a lot of therapists have, transferred, you were transferred a lot as a patient, but it's okay because I'm gonna stick around." And then they never fucking did. They never did. They would always fucking leave. They'd always leave. And I don't think it had anything to do with me because we would barely even get into my session before they'd be eradicated from existence or something. Like, I don't know. And I didn't even start to begin to tell them about like the low hanging fruit of my history before they were fucking gone out the window. Like, where did they go? I don't know. But it just, that kind of screwed with me because what the fuck do you mean you're gonna be here and then you're not fucking here? Quit lying to my fucking face. I already have the abandonment wound. Like, I have enough already. Like, and that was only one fraction of the problem. Also, there's also just like I had one therapist in particular that I was with for a while who she just did not want to deal with my ass. I could tell she just did not want to deal with my ass because I was difficult. I was of the belief that I had no business being in a therapist's office. I had no business getting counseling. I'm too good for this, was my thought, okay? That's how I am. I genuinely believe it's like a fucking weakness to be mentally ill. That's the kind of person that I am, for better or for fucking worse. Probably for worse, right? Because it's killing me. But at the time, I was very uppity about I don't need to be here. I'm not mentally fucking ill. What the fuck are we doing, right? And I also just like really like gatekeeping my own mind because it's like who are you, lady, and why the fuck do you need to know about me? Back up, okay? Um, very gatekeepy about my own business. So I wouldn't talk. I would just go in there and I'd stare at my fucking fingernails the whole time. So I know she hated my ass. And then her mom died on top of it. So then she really didn't want to fucking give me therapy because now I was just pissing her off and her mom is dead. And she always took off her fucking shoes, so I was always staring at her bare fucking feet while she was trying to get me to talk. And I didn't want to fucking talk to her, obviously. Whatever. Whatever. We're not even gonna. Anyway, anyway, I and okay, so yes, this is a revelation. My past therapy experiences, um, the ones that actually were something of substance, partially didn't go as they should have because of my own actions. Right? I just wouldn't participate because I wanted to gatekeep myself, and I also thought therapy was stupid. And I'm not a weak little bitch. I'm not a weak little bitch, and I don't need to be in here. Yeah. Yeah, how's them apples, right? Like everything is a fucking like test with me or some shit. Like everything has to be difficult with me. One thing about me is that it always has to be difficult. If it's not difficult, it's not me. I'm not there. I must not be in the room because it's not difficult, right? Anyway, just kind of person that I am, or at least I've historically seen I proven myself to be. I don't know. Once again, what my issue is, why I do that, but anyway. Anyway, um, I kind of sort of lost the plot with this, but basically, I just wanted to say I had a really bad time. Like it came to a head last night. Um, when I just kind of gave up on everything, and then I cried my gay little heart out, and I could not stop crying. Also, um, and that made me feel really bad. And the really bad feeling followed me into today, and now I still feel bad and my stomach feels disgusting. And I was drinking water from my cup, and there's like a floating piece of bread in here, so I'm just not really feeling it today. And that's why I wanted to turn on a camera, see if I could talk out my feelings, right? Or whatever the fuck it is that I'm doing. I'm just yelling at a camera. That's my favorite thing to fucking do is yell at a camera. Um, but yeah, I don't know where this really leaves me other than I just lore dumped for one, overshared for two, uh, and basically in a nutshell, in conclusion, I need to go to therapy. I probably need to go to therapy, right? Who doesn't in this day and age? But oh, I don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it. Because I think one of my fears about it is just like, what if it doesn't fucking work? What if I do all this and I put myself out there and I share my fucking business just for them to be like, we really can't fucking help you. We actually don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. And we can help you, and you're gonna die mentally ill and sick and alone. Goodbye. Like, obviously that's not exactly what's gonna fucking happen, but I just have fears that's just not gonna fucking work. And I'm just gonna waste my time, waste my energy, and reveal all of my deepest, darkest secrets for no fucking reason. Um, like I just spilled my guts to you, and you're telling me you can't help me stitch this back up? Isn't that your fucking job? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I think like that, but it's just like I don't know. I worry about it not working and it all being for naught, and then if therapy doesn't fucking work on me, what will? There's also that, right? If that doesn't work for me, what will? I don't know if I want to find out. I really don't know if I want to find out. That's like my last resort. Going to therapy is my last resort, and if that doesn't fucking work, I might be fucking screwed, okay? So I don't know. Anyway. But that's it. That's all. I just wanted to get that off my chest so that I can maybe go about the rest of my day in relative peace, feeling unburdened after my confessional here. Because I still need to cook. I might shower. Um, and that's about that. And then tomorrow will come, and then the day after that, and then the day after that, and then the day after that, and then yeah. So I don't know. Nothing really changes around here where I'm at. I kind of live in my own bubble and my own personal purgatory, so whatever updates I have, it'll either be I got better or killing myself in 20 minutes. So I don't know. We'll see. Bye.